Welcome, Mark.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's an honor to have you here in our show.
Thank you very much. Very nice to be here.
Now you are a big star, as I told the audience, and they know, of course. How did you start?
I remember I was maybe so big, and I saw a picture in a little magazine, and I said, "Dad, you know, I want one of those." Yeah. And then I had to wait for about 12 years before I could get a guitar.
What was it about the guitar?
I don't know. I mean, maybe it was that plastic Elvis guitar. There was a plastic Elvis guitar where had a picture of Elvis Presley on the head that I wanted.
Were you a fan of Elvis Presley?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I tried to do Elvis smiles when
Did you?
I was a little boy.
Yeah.
I had my collar up like this. And there's a school photograph of me looking all deformed.
But you moved from Glasgow in Scotland to Newcastle, and there you started to play in a duo with a girl called Susan Hercombe. How was that?
Well, I'd learned how to, because I couldn't afford an amplifier. After I'd exploded the radio with my electric guitar, I used to borrow friends' acoustic guitars, little cheap acoustic guitars, and I learned then eventually how to fingerpick and play in folk joints and stuff. And I started, I think, a school. I don't know whether I started it, but I was something to do with the school folk society, a club or something. And I think Sue wanted to play folk music, and I taught Sue how to do this finger picking. You know, 4 beats to the bar with the thumb. It's a bit like learning to swim. You know, you're trying to make your fingers go in places that they don't want to go. And then eventually it just made you... I mean, I sort of perfected the art of falling asleep while I was playing, and I taught Sue how to do the basic finger pick, and then we found out that our voices went together.
Yeah,
the harmony.
We heard that your first TV appearance was on BBC's Look North.
Yeah.
From Newcastle.
Local
when you were
TV.
17 years old, and BBC and the presenter that time, Mick Neville, told us that they don't have this program in the archives, but we have found an audio copy of you and Susan playing playing a song.
Oh dear.
It was her mother who had this cassette. Would you like to hear it? Say yes.
Yes.
If you say no, you will destroy my program.
Oh God.
Let's listen to it.
I'm going where them chilly winds don't blow.
See that old K guitar there? That's so cheap.
Gonna find a true love.
It's probably made out of like orange box.
That's where I want to go. Out where them chilly winds don't blow.
Yeah, you were talking about the guitar.
Yeah, that guitar there was a K guitar. They're made out of orange boxes. Or
Orange boxes.
something like that. I mean, I borrowed that from a friend. It was just worth nothing. I think when you get used to playing guitars as bad as that, you can play anything. You know.
Is it nice memories?
Yeah. It's lovely to see that, really.
As you know, Susan unfortunately died 11 years ago. But when her mother, Mary, heard that you were going to be in my program tonight, she asked if she could send you some words. So we have it here on video. It's a hello to you from Mary Hercombe.
Hello, Mark. Although it's been 35 years since I last talked to you, it's really very nice to be able to talk to you again. I remember very well the years when you and Susan used to play together and how much it meant to her to be playing guitar with you, Mark. And I'm sure if she were here, she would be very thrilled for you. I hope that if ever you're passing my way and when you're in Newcastle, you'll pop in.
I will.
There's always a cup of tea for you,
Oh,
and
no.
I'd be delighted to see you. All the best on this your very special night. Good luck to you, Mark.
Bye.
When I was a young boy, I wanted very much to be a guitar player. And I ended up like a journalist. But you started as a journalist, didn't you?
Yeah, we went in opposite directions.
Yeah, yes.
Well, I mean, they called it a journalist. I mean, I wouldn't have called it journalist. I would have.
Oh, I've talked with your colleagues. They said you were a good journalist.
I was
In
a very.
Yorkshire Evening Post.
Was a very bad journalist.
No, they didn't say so. The only thing they said that you, because you were playing till 3 o'clock in the night, you were very tired in the morning. But
That's right. That's right. And I was often a couple of minutes late. I used to have to get the bus to work, and it was just a little bit early in the morning for me then, because I was, like I said, I used to fall asleep playing the guitar.
yeah.
You'd start off in a chair, and then as you got more tired, you'd slide down onto the floor. Very often I'd wake up in the morning, underneath the guitar. And if you had a drink or something on the side, sometimes that woke you up if you knocked it over when you were on the way down. But actually, that's how I met John Ilsley from the band. In this flat. I was specialising in falling asleep, and he was specialising in staying out all night at that time. And he came in the morning, and he's a very big guy, and he's up vertical, and I'm very horizontal. That's how we met, making this L shape.
But I heard you suddenly you made up your mind. You wanted to be an artist instead, and I heard that editor Jeff Hemingway said in your leaving party that he was very sorry that you left them, but he was quite sure that you would earn more money as a reporter in the Post than you would do like a musician.
Well, I mean
What a visionary man!
Well, I mean I never set out to do anything for money. I play for money. That's the whole thing about it. I mean, it's just been a byproduct of doing what I love, I've never sat down to write a hit. I never sat down to write a single. I never sat down to write an album. I just sit down and write a song, and if it doesn't work, I don't panic. I just go on to another song,
Okay.
And then if I get a few songs together, I think, well, maybe I ought to go make a record. And everything else that's come from that has just... What I mean is everything's just come as a byproduct of doing what I like to do.
Is that the way you made the Rag Picker's Dream as well?
That's exactly the way that I made the Rag Picker's Dream.
Mark Knopfler, the stage is not big, but it's yours.
Oh, it's nice. I like them small. Thank you.